This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Ashley Theophane for the first time in 2021. Ashley,
Hey,
Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed the festive
yeah,
period as best
yeah,
as possible.
yeah.
Talking about that firstly, what did you get up to over Christmas?
I was just around like family, so I was just with my girlfriend. I was with when I went to go see my mum, and then just basically been in because now I got corona. So I'm basically inside for until the end of the week. So yeah, I got corona the other day. So it is what it is.
Oh man, I did that. I had no idea about that. So obviously I
Yeah, I
hope
haven't
that,
put it out there yet. I haven't put it
yeah,
out
so
there yet.
mate, I
Yeah.
hope obviously you don't have any bad consequences of that and you
Yeah,
recover well and very
yeah,
quickly from it. Straight into kind of boxing talk, Ashley. We obviously haven't had a chance to catch up since your
yeah.
fight with Sam around the middle of December. Just
Right.
go back to that night for me, Ash. Just kind of what do you make of your performance and reflect on it?
I've watched it once. I didn't really fight good, but I looked like an old man in there. But yeah, like I kind of so basically before I went into the ring, I just told my team, like, if you see I'm getting hurt, to stop the fight. And so every round that I came back from I think like round two, my coach Dave would say, Ash, you okay? And I say, like, Dave, I'm having fun. So for me, I told them, for me, because it was my last fight back home, I just kind of wanted to go out there and enjoy it. So that's why I said throughout the interviews, the build up. Sam wants to go on to fight for the world thing. He wants to go and do things. For me, there was no more goals. Like, for me, my only goal was to fight back home, or I would have retired a year ago. So for me, I went out there. I enjoyed the fight with Sam. Like, it was cool afterwards, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I just wanted to fight back home, and it's done now. So I'm cool.
At times, Ash, watching the fight, obviously Sam was aggressive from the first spell. I'm sure you knew
Yeah,
that would be the case
yeah,
for what his fighting style is like. At times,
yeah,
it was a hard watch because of how consistently he was able to land, and especially when
yeah,
you saw him continuing to work your body.
yeah.
Did you feel it in there? Was it hurting you
The
until the point of
headshots
the
then.
stoppage?
No, well, the headshots. I was good with the headshots. It was when he went down, and so it was weird because if I didn't get stopped that round, I was gonna tell my team, yeah, like, boom, like, I've had enough, like, so he just caught me if he didn't, and the thing is, it's hit me in my rib, so my rib's still sore now, and it just hit me in my rib, and I just went down. So yeah, like, it wasn't even like it was hitting in my stomach and stuff. So it just hit me in my rib. My rib just went into shock, and then I just went down. So yeah, I could have. The headshots were fine. So for me, it was fine. I didn't really feel it. Might have looked weird from the outside, but me inside, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fight. So yeah, so for me, I didn't really have no issue. But I watched it once. I didn't really fight good because I didn't really throw anything, but I didn't really give a shit in it. I didn't do it for folks outside. I did the fight for me. So you know what I mean?
What was your plan heading into the fight, Ashley? Because obviously we spoke before the fight and listening to
Yeah,
your game there, your ambition was just to make sure you could fight on, UK soil once more
yeah,
before looking at your career and what you wanted to do next. And you didn't really care whether you did come away with a win or not.
yeah.
So what was the plan and the ambition heading into the fight?
Well, I still had to, I still had to go into the fight in the best shape because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna go into the ring to want to give the best performance that I can give. So I sparred with some good young guys who are on it. So I was in good shape, but at the same time, you can be in great shape, but you have to switch on in the night. And the night, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to get through it. I just wanted to do it. I didn't really care about the win or the loss. Like, it was what it was. And but yeah, so I enjoyed it. Like, I haven't, like, the weird thing is, it's like people outsiders are more upset than I am. So for me, I was kind of sad because there's a lot of youths who I've been working with, so they know what I've achieved in the sport. So sometimes I felt sad for them to see me like not like the Ashley Theophane that they expect. Like, you know, it is what it is. No one can run from age or whatever it is. But for me, it was something that I wanted to do. I hadn't fought back home in 8 years, 8.5 years, and I just wanted to do it. And like Mick, and the thing is with Mick as well. 2 times in the past, I fought Alan Bosworth, like 13 years ago, and 9 years ago, I fought Dawes for the British. And the 2 times he called me in the past because he wanted his boys to beat me. So he got me on the 3rd time trying. I was like, damn, it is what it is. But it was cool. Like, you know what I mean? It's all about, I'm an older man now, and it's all about the next generation. So it was cool. Like, Sam was cool, and I hope he can go on to fight for the world belt or whatever he wants to do.
Just whilst you was in the ring with Sam Ashley, as again, we all know what he brings into the ring when he fights, but was you surprised by anything that Sam delivered on the night? Anything that in particular he did better than what you thought he would?
No, I watched around 4 of his fights, the fight week of the fight, to just see what he done, and then he basically fought the way that I expected. Like, he was in front of my face. He threw a lot. One thing that he changed up when he was going to my head and I was moving around a lot and he couldn't hear me. If he didn't go downstairs, he would never have stopped me, because the headshots, they didn't really hurt me at all. So you know what I mean? So hence, that's why it's good, kids. You got to go down. Because sometimes you have to chop down the tree. So, you know what I mean? But it was a good shot that he caught me with, because a lot of the shots, they didn't get through clean. But that one, it just hit me smack on the ribs, and that was all she wrote. It was over.
You've shared a ring with many a top fighter, and you've fought at world level yourself. Granted, it was a version of you that had fought at world level when you got in the ring with Sam. But from your experiences with him, have you got any kind of inkling as to how far you feel he could go in the sport?
I watched a fight with him and Liam Smith. I think you never know, like, because sometimes it's weird the way that it works. Like, you got Luke Campbell that just fought, and he got stopped with a stomach shot again. And Luke, in a lot of different times, he would have been a world champion. But right now, it's just a hot time in that division. So sometimes you come around in a time where it's just so hard. So you never know with Sam. He could go on to fight for a world belt. You know, it's all about your promoter, like what they do. And you know, there's been guys who ain't as good as me or ain't as good as Sam, who have become like world champs. So sometimes it's all about the right time and your promoter. So you never know. But the weight division he's at, he could get a world title shot, but getting the win is very hard, because those guys at the very top are very, very good.
Ashley, with yourself now moving forwards, what is the plan? There was a lot of talk from people beforehand thinking retirement lay around the corner. What is next for Treasure?
Well, this fight was my UK farewell fight, hence I was clear on my UK farewell fight and my homecoming fight, so I'm glad I got that done. Right now, I've just spoke to someone on the phone about my gym, so I'm trying to open up my gyms like this year. So that's kind of the focus, my gyms this year. I could fight in Africa, because I was supposed to fight there at the end of the year instead of fighting back home. So I don't know about that yet. We'll see. So but right now, it's just all about my gym. It's just all about my gym. But I might fight in Africa. So we'll see. So that might be the last one for me. But at the same time, I'm tired now. I don't really want to fight. So I could be done. We'll see. We just see. It depends if I can be bothered to lose weight again.
I talk to you about the passion you've got for, setting up your new gym and helping
Yeah,
the younger generation of boxers coming through,
yeah.
because I know it's something, as I say, you're very passionate about. What is the plan with it moving forwards?
So for me, Southall should be the first gym to open up around March times. I've got to go view a next spot now. For me, I want to get my gym in America. So that's kind of like my big aim, to get one in America. So I could go back over to the States to open up one over there. So, but first off, I would like to start it here and then branch out like this. So that's kind of why I want to do it. You know what I mean? And I seen a lot of guys have done good in it. Like, I've done everything I've done in this sport, and now I would sort about the youth. I'd like to help out the youth, and I'd like to just spread the word of my gym and just make it like a worldwide brand. So that's kind of what I want to do like right now. So hence, yeah, that's what I'm on.
Reflecting on your journey in boxing today, I know you're saying there's potential for you to have one more fight in Africa, but just
Yeah,
reflecting over your entire career in boxing from amateur through to professional,
yeah.
how would you sum it up, Ashley?
A man who achieved against the odds, because if you've read my book Raised by the Hood, as a kid, I was surrounded by guns and drugs, kidnappings, and to go on to be with Floyd Mayweather for 5 years, headline in America, fight at the MGM Grand, be British champion, get 50 professional wins, and fight and win in 12 countries around the world. Like, I've done a lot. So for me, and that's without support, like, from the place I'm actually from. I'm from the UK, didn't get no love in the UK, and I started at the small hall. And a lot of us that start at the small hall, we achieve if we go on to be British champion. So I exceeded that. So for me, I would just like to inspire these young guys who are on the small hall that you can be world champions and you can achieve your dreams and goals.
Actually, on a personal note for yourself, you just mentioned some of the things you was able to achieve in your career there. I know when you speak, it just rolls off the tongue because you've achieved it. You've probably done a number of interviews talking about those experiences. But is there ever a moment when you kind of pinch yourself and think, I was able to go and do that, I was able to exceed what you yourself may have thought you was going to do at one stage in your career?
Yeah, I'm proud of everything I've done, and yeah, like sometimes I think back, but I think, yeah, sometimes I think about it, but it's good, man. That's one thing I like about this sport. We can achieve against the odds.
Any regrets?
I don't believe in regrets, because every bad thing what went down in my career, I turned it into a good thing. So hence, I would say that I shouldn't, if I didn't lose the British, I wanted to win it outright. But if I had won it outright, I wouldn't have joined Floyd Mayweather, and I wouldn't have had the 5 years, which were 5 of the best years of my career. So, there's sometimes you have to take the downs to get the up. So it is what it is, man. You gotta be tough in this game, because from when you're down, a lot of people, they count you out, they don't care about you, and you get stabbed in the back. So you have to be very tough, and you just have to just keep believing in yourself, man.
Actually, before I let you go, I just want to get your thoughts
Yeah.
on a few other things in the boxing world.
Uh,
This month in the UK, we've seen shows postponed for January from the British Boxing Board of Control. One of those would have been Josh Kelly versus David Avanesian at welterweight, a fight many have looked forward to for a while. When that fight is able to go ahead, what are your thoughts on it?
You know what? Before, I thought that David, I thought he would have won because he's been at the highest stage. I went down to Booth's gym a little while back and I watched Josh spar, and just the way they are over there. You know, it's a hard fight for Josh. Before, I thought he would lose, but if he wins this fight, he shows that he does have the potential to actually be the real deal, because sometimes you can have all the skills in the world, but it doesn't mean that you're going to go on to achieve stuff. So yeah, it'd be nice to see if he actually wins that fight, because it's a hard one, but I know it's one that him and his team believe that they can win. So I'm just kind of split. I don't know who will win, but if he does win, he's a threat.
Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. It's a fight that's been spoken about for so many years now, Ashley. But earlier this week, we've seen Amir Khan. He's come out and said he'd like to face Kell Brook this year now. Your thoughts? Are you still interested in it?
I am. It's all about timing, and I understand Khan didn't want to give him the payday. Khan, the thing that Kell Brook was chasing Khan, while he should have been concentrating on his own career and having the best career that he could have had. He should have went to America years ago, but he waited until he was done, which was a bad thing. He beat Sean, which I didn't think he would, and he should have stayed over there getting the big fights there. Khan has been doing over this. A lot of folks, they like to laugh at Khan, but he fought the best. So he may have lost sometimes and got KO, but he fought the best. And I would prefer to have his career than have Kell Brook's career. You know what I mean? So that's why he's been trying to get him. But I think right now, I think Khan wins. I think Khan could win by KO if they fight.
Another man, somebody you mentioned earlier, Floyd Mayweather, he's going to face Logan Paul this year. Just your thoughts on that, Ashley? What do you expect?
But this is the times that we're in now. You know, the YouTube guys, they're bringing a lot of cash to the sport, and Floyd's about the cash, so I'm not surprised. I'll probably be a big hit in the USA. You know what I mean? So if it makes money, it makes sense, I guess.
Would you ever entertain a fight with a YouTuber?
Yes, but at the same time, see, it's different with. I'm not that mainstream, like Floyd's mainstream. So for me, I just want to stay in. I've done my time now. I just kind of want to stay at the back and just watch everyone do what they are doing. You know what I mean?
And then the final thing I just want to get your thoughts on, Ashley, you mentioned it earlier on this past weekend, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. Just reflect on that fight for me, Ashley. What did you make of it?
I thought it was a good fight. I'd never seen both of them fight, so it was the first time that I saw them fight. I met Luke like eight years ago in New York when he used to train at the Gleason's gym. So Luke was very cool then. I wanted Luke to do well, but I had said that the only way that Luke was going to win was by KO, because this show was all about Ryan being the star that they think he is. And I think the scorecards, they had it wide in Ryan's thing, but Ryan won, and Ryan looks like the truth. I don't think he can beat Javante or Tio, but I would like to see him with Devin, and I would pick Dev to win. But it's good because there's 4 guys there, they're all young, and it would be great to see them all fight each other. So yeah.
One thing with that fight this past weekend, Ashley, we saw Luke drop Ryan in the second round. One of the judges still scored it a 10-9. Just your thoughts on that?
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. We have to stop acting surprised when these guys be doing this stuff. Like this, I don't want to say this sport is corrupt, but a lot of these guys, they know who is supposed to win beforehand. And when they do stuff like this, look, commissions don't pull them up. Like commissions are in on it as well, because commissions don't pull them up, and they don't stop them from getting work. So until the promoters start to speak up, we're going to continue to see the same thing. So we should stop acting surprised that when this goes down, because we all know it goes on month after month, and we do a little uproar, and then it just goes on again.
Ash, we'll leave that there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day and time off. But I'm going to leave a final word to yourself. For everyone who has followed your journey so far, what would you like to say to them?
Thank you for the continued support, and check me out on @ashleytheophane.com.
Ashley, it's been a pleasure to catch up with you. I'm sure this won't be the last time we speak in 2021. Enjoy your time off, as I say, and thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Peace.